Hi, I'm Jason Keane from Install Solutions. I'm the construction manager for the last 5 years. We recently purchased a C60 about 3 years ago now so that we could control our own destiny. We were experiencing delays in waiting for companies to deliver concrete to our site. It was costing in wages, time and efficiencies. Being able to buy the C60, we've been able to control our own destiny and deliver concrete when we need it, on the days that we need it, at the times that we need it, from anywhere from 6 in the morning till dark, 6 o'clock at night. The service from Antec has been impeccable. We've had a couple of breakdowns that we've been able to manage parts, what the part was, the problem was, and then talk to Antec, Rob Gardy, and being able to send those parts overnight. I've been able to get things here and have the truck running straight away. We started out wanting the truck to control our fence posts. We're a fencing contractor in feedlots and sale yards. We now want to move further into using our concrete in slip form bunks, aprons, as well as our fence posts. We're trying to produce about 150 cubes a day when we're doing our slip form bunks. And then when we're doing our aprons, we're producing upwards of about 190 to 200 cubes a day. Being able to have that supply on demand. So with the slip form bunks, they need a truck there constantly and constantly putting cement into the mixer, into the hopper, so that the machine doesn't stop and it doesn't tear our bunk, and we can just keep moving along and slipping forward. This normally is somewhere upwards of 40 to 50 loads a day. Being able to get that out of a supplier in town can be testing and trying. Anything longer than 15 minutes without a truck on that machine, and it's no good for what we're trying to achieve. So a lot of our work is remote. We can travel any part of Australia. We've been from the east coast to the west coast. Being able to be in small country towns and having to produce 6,000 cubic metres of concrete for a project would be practically impossible from the local supplier. We would take everything that they have. It's been a game changer in being able to open up more work for us. Where we started as a fencing contractor, now we actually do all your concreting as well on these projects for not only our fence posts, but feed bunks, feed aprons, water trough aprons, for everything for the cattle industry. We're based in Toowoomba on the southeast of Queensland, in southeastern Queensland. Our work takes us everywhere from Western Australia to New South Wales, Victoria. At this present stage, we're in South Australia at Tintinara, doing a feedlot for Thomas Foods, and this is about a 15,000 head extension with 10 rows of feed bunks, aprons and fencing. We were able to put the truck on a barge and floated it to Saibai Island, which is the most northern point of Queensland, a couple of 100 metres off the coast of Papua New Guinea, to produce concrete. Being they weren't able to set a batch plant up on site, it needed to be mobile, it needed to be able to be loaded, easily driven around, not a lot of territory to set up. All your materials came in bags, so we would load bags of sand, rock and cement powder, and probably did about 300 cubes of piers, driveways and slabs on there for the community on Saibai Island. The project we're currently on here is a huge project. We're probably looking at about somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 cubes. So everything's had to go to bulk. So we've got sand that we're loading with the Manitou to load on one side of the truck. We're loading the rocks, the ags on the other side of the truck, and powder. We actually blow the powder in via a compressor. When it's in full swing, we'll have 3 people running the trucks. One guy will be running the button at the back. A guy will be running the Manitou to load the truck, and then also a man will be pumping powder into the truck to keep that process continuous and non-stop for that whole day, for that whole period of work. There's some significant cost savings in the mobilisation and demobilisation on this site. We're set up stationary and we'll probably be set up here for the next 6 months. And being able to mobilise here, set up and start pouring concrete fairly directly is very cost efficient. There's no, apart from setting up a mound to get the truck high enough to load an Agi, there's no, it's only a time within a day or two you're set up and you're making concrete, and it'll be able to stay there for the next 6 months. Throughout this project we actually had another job come through that we've had to mobilise the truck back to Queensland, so it was very simply drive off the mound, take it back to Queensland. It worked for a week in Queensland and we brought the truck back. Basically the cost of fuel and wages. There was no, not so much in the way of transport or anything needed to move everything around. In closing, I don't think it'll be the last one that we have. I'd like to think that we could have a fleet of these running around and being able to produce concrete in rural communities where they don't have access to cement on a regular basis, where we can come in, help them out and make things right. The partnership that we have had with Antec, with Install Solutions and Antec, has been fantastic. We've had no problems with service. You make a phone call with a problem, they're on the other end of the line to try and help and try and sort your issue out, whether that be simply logging into the computer and fixing it, or sending you the parts that you require to fix it. So hopefully in the future we can have many more projects together and keep going forward.